I got some really good feedback last time from my video saying that I should start with the demo first. And here I am with my Medusa admin storefront view. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Medusa, it's an e-commerce platform. They recently released version 2.0, and they have a really nice looking admin where you can have orders, set up all your products. And what I'm working on is an MCP server that can connect to products and just anything within this admin and provide an AI agent kind of experience on top of that. This is still very much a prototype and proof of concept phase, but I think already it's a pretty cool demo. So let's just try something out. I'm also trying Whisper Flow out as I do this. So get all of the products and summarize my store for me. So this will go and fetch all of my products using a tool that I've created, and it's going to summarize my store for me. I don't have a game plan here. I'm just demoing what I've done so far and where I'm going and my approach. So these are the tool responses, and I've created a custom component that showcases based off of when I return products here. Very similar to your go get the weather, and then it returns the weather and it showcases the weather tool response that you've seen in a lot of these demos. Some of the cool ones are like the airline examples where you can see flight information and purchase your airline tickets through the chat. We'll get maybe more complicated with this, but for now I'm just showcasing products in a list view like this. You can also dive into the details. This is a good way of viewing just up to 100 products. I got all of them, and this is the response that I returned. And so far I'm able to get products. I can update products. So if we take our Barrio blend and say, let's update our Barrio blend to have a much longer product description focused on a technical crowd that works from coffee shops and enjoys coding. So far, I'm enjoying this Whisper Flow thing. It seems to work pretty well. Okay, so you can see I got the product. I'm updating the product. Okay, and it is a much longer product description now. You probably wouldn't want this product description on your store. But if we can go check it out, here's the product page, and you can see the description is updated as expected and just works. So it's a pretty new way of working within an e-commerce experience, I think. There's still a lot I got to figure out of what's a good experience within a chat flow versus maybe some AI automation within the actual pages for Medusa. But yeah, we're just getting started. Also, there's 3 new technologies that I've learned as part of building this. And one of them is Vercel's AI SDK. So I guess now conclude the demo, move on to my approach and what I'm working on and why I think it's going to be helpful for not just Medusa, but also learning how to do these custom AI workflows for any product. Here, Vercel has a great SDK. They have a client that I'm utilizing to do the streaming. So you saw it provide responses in real time streamed in. That was all with the help of the SDK here. They have a core and a UI, pretty nice helpers there. Anthropic has what they are calling a model context protocol. And it's an open standard that facilitates secure two-way connections between AI systems. Okay, that's quite a thing. And it's this was for sure the most complicated part of it. You have to build a server, and they do have, I'm in a TypeScript environment, so they have a TypeScript SDK. They also have a Python SDK, but then a client side SDK as well. So I'm utilizing both of those. It's not the easiest to work within, and I can talk about my approach to some of that. I made a blog post where I talk about it a little more in depth about how I get the context and look into the source code and find some tests that they wrote, and that helped me figure out the client and how I started doing some test-driven workflows to set up these servers, which is helpful. All of this doing AI-driven workflows with Cursor. This MCP stuff, I'm just scratching the surface of. I've got it to where it's what's calling the tools. The server is running within an endpoint within my Medusa 2 backend, which is neat because I can then call the Medusa 2 workflows and get the data directly from their backend without having to create a new server and do endpoints. And then, yeah, there's more to learn here for me for sure, but I got it working. And then finally, Medusa 2, I'm more familiar with the Medusa 1, but still breaking into the new workflows and ways that you can query data within the Medusa 2 backend. They've done a lot of work at making it really modular and customizable and scalable. I'm really looking forward to completing more of the integrations. And just as a sneak preview, this is the game plan that I had Cursor help me create. I'm still in progress with fetching, updating, and products and categories. One thing that I'm learning is you should use the workflows to be able to create products. I'm just using their client right now to be like, okay, here, normally I'd just say, hey, get product and then create product. But I think if I use the workflow that they've set up to update a product, there's really neat advantages to doing that. It'll link inventory items, and just there's a lot of really fancy, really niche problems that e-commerce has that is helpful by utilizing Medusa 2's setup. And so as you can see, there's quite a bit to go through here. I got variants that I need to go through, price and relationships, categories, collections, orders, refund. I could refund through the chat. Capture payment, that would be interesting. So in theory, I could hook into a Stripe or create a Stripe link as part of that tool that you could link out to capture someone's payment. Inventory discounts, could create a discount. Report generation. So this analytics and reporting stuff is, I think, going to be really powerful for understanding kind of your overall how your store is performing. It'd be really cool to integrate that into some sort of dashboard page, and maybe even have like triggers where you could have custom reports emailed to you for certain things that you're looking for based off of your AI prompt. A lot of ideas here. I need to focus on getting my MCP server done. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. I think there's a lot of promise here. It's obviously still a prototype, but yeah, if you have ideas or want to see something that it can do, feel free to reach out or comment. I'll see all of that. And if you want to learn more about what Medusa 2 can do for e-commerce, we have some good resources for you there. So yeah, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm trying to build in public so that you can see my progress along the way. If you've been following along, you know that I've done some work with a really complicated API called Centerbase that lawyers and law firms work with. And we have delivered our first AI agent that can do those integrations. But now I'm taking this to the next level. And the space is changing real quickly. So I think using the MCP protocol that Anthropic's been working on, along with the SDK, that's so far been a really nice workflow. So looking forward to seeing what I can do next. Okay, thanks for watching, and yeah, hopefully I'll get a video out pretty soon with some updates.